Hello guys, today I will cover the Annex 1 of MARPOL. I have divided the Annex 1 into 7 sections: causes of pollution, effects of oil pollution, special area and emission control area under MARPOL, discharge criteria that includes these three, the oil record book part 1 and 2, shipboard oil pollution emergency plan, and the International Oil Pollution Prevention Certificate IOPPC. So let's start without further delay. So the MARPOL Annex 1 is the prevention of pollution by oil. So let's first understand what are the causes of pollution. So the first is operational causes, which is sometime intentional, sometime unintentional. And the second one is accidental pollution. So the operational causes includes the cleaning of cargo residues, ballasting of cargo tanks, tank cleaning, bilge cleaning, and etc. And the accidental pollution includes collision, grounding, or some exceptional circumstances. So the next is effects of oil pollution. I think everyone is aware of oil pollution. I'm not going to waste your time discussing on it, but I've written something. You can pause the video and watch it. So the next is special areas and emission control area under MARPOL Annex 1. These are the 10 areas: the Mediterranean Sea, the Baltic Sea, the Black Sea, Red Sea, Gulf area, Gulf of Aden, Antarctic area, Northwest European waters, Oman area of the Arabian Sea, Southern South African waters. So in these areas, vessels are not allowed to discharge the water until they are in the prescribed limit. So now let's see what are the discharge criteria. So the discharge criteria are distributed into three: for all ship 400 GRT and above, for all ship less than 400 GRT, and for oil tankers of all size. So first let's see for all ship with gross tonnage of 400 GRT or more. Within the special areas, these are the requirements which has to be fulfilled if you want to discharge the oily water. Without fulfilling this criteria, you cannot discharge the water. You can see here discharge forbidden. The ship is proceeding en route. The oil content of the effluent without dilution does not exceed 15 ppm. ppm means parts per million. The oily mixture is processed through an oil filtering equipment meeting the requirements of regulation 14.7 of this annex. That is, oil content of the effluent does not exceed 15 ppm. Alarm arrangement and automatic 15 ppm stopping device are in place. The oily mixture is not mixed with cargo pump room bilges or, in case of an oil tanker, with oil cargo residues. When outside the special area, these are the discharge criteria. The ship is proceeding en route. The oil content of the effluent without dilution does not exceed 15 ppm. The oily mixture is processed through an oil filtering equipment meeting the requirements of regulation 14 that I already mentioned above. The oily mixture is not mixed with cargo pump room bilges or, in case of an oil tanker, with oil cargo residues. Here you can see a note is given over here. Within the Antarctic area, any discharge into the sea of oil and oily mixture from ship is forbidden, in accordance with paragraph 4 of regulation 15 of annex 1 to the MARPOL convention, which means in any condition you cannot discharge. Whether you have treated the mixture or not, you cannot discharge in the Antarctic region. So let's move on to our second case, that is for all ship less than 400 GRT. So a vessel less than 400 GRT can discharge in all areas except of Antarctic area. So the discharge criteria are as follows. The ship is proceeding en route. The ship has in operation equipment of a design approved by the administration that ensure that the oil content of the effluent without dilution does not exceed 15 ppm. The oily mixture is not mixed with cargo pump room bilges or, in case of an oil tanker, with oil cargo residues. So let's see our third case, that is oil tanker of all size. Within the special area or outside the special area, but within 50 nautical mile from the nearest land, an oil tanker of any size is not supposed to discharge an oily water mixture, whether it is treated or it is untreated. They can only discharge the clean and segregated ballast. And outside the special area, but more than 50 nautical mile from the nearest land, they can discharge, but with these all limitations. So what are those limitations? Let's see. The tanker is proceeding en route. The rate of discharge does not exceed 30 liters per nautical mile. The total quantity of oil discharged into the sea does not exceed, for the tankers delivered on or before 31st December 1979, 1 by 15,000 of the total quantity of the particular cargo, of which the residue formed a part. So what does this mean? If the oil tanker is designed to carry 15,000 barrels of oil, she can discharge only 1 barrel of oil. And for the tankers delivered after 31st December 1979, they can discharge 1 by 30,000 out of total quantity of the particular cargo, of which the residue formed a part. Which means if the tanker is designed to carry 30,000 liter of cargo, she can discharge only 1 liter of cargo. So the fourth criteria is the oil tanker has in operation an oil discharging monitoring and control system and a slope tank arrangement. So let's move on to our fifth section, the oil record book. It has two parts, part 1 and part 2. So the part 1 is to be carried by oil tankers of 150 gross tonnage and above, and for every ship of 400 gross tonnage and above. And the part 2 is mandatory for oil tankers of 150 gross tonnage and above. I have written two notes over here. The oil record book shall be kept in such a place as to readily available for inspection at all times. It shall be preserved for a period of 3 years after the last entry has been made. So now let's see what all entries are to be made in oil record book part 1. Ballasting or cleaning of oil fuel tanks, discharge of dirty ballast or cleaning water from oil fuel tanks, collection and disposal of oil residues like sludge and other oil residues, discharging overboard or disposal otherwise of bilge water which has accumulated in machinery spaces, bunkering of fuel or lubricating oil. So now let's move on to the entries to be made in oil record book part 2. Loading of oil cargo, internal transfer of oil cargo during voyage, unloading of oil cargo, ballasting of cargo tanks and dedicated clean ballast tank, cleaning of cargo tanks including crude oil washing tank, discharge of ballast except from segregated ballast tanks, discharge of water from slope tank, closing of all applicable valves or similar device after slope tank discharge operation, closing of valves necessary for isolation of dedicated clean ballast tank for cargo and stripping lines after slope tank discharge operation, and the disposal of residues. So now let's move on to our sixth section, shipboard oil pollution emergency plan. Every oil tanker of 150 gross tonnage and above and every ship of 400 gross tonnage and above shall carry on board a SOPEP approved by administration. These are the content of SOPEP. You can pause the video and watch it. And this is how a SOPEP container look like. What all things should be there in the SOPEP plan? The procedure to report an oil pollution incident, the list of authorities or person to be contacted in the event of an oil pollution incident, a detailed description of action to be taken immediately by person on board to reduce or control the discharge of oil following the incident, the procedure and point of contact on the ship for coordinating shipboard action with national and local authorities in combating the pollution. So now let's move on to a final section, that is the International Oil Pollution Prevention Certificate, IOPPC. So this is how the certificate looks like. So who are supposed to carry these certificate? Every oil tanker of 150 gross tonnage and above and every ship of 400 gross tonnage and above shall carry on board a IOPPC issued by the administration for a validity of 5 years and supplemented with Form A for vessel other than oil tanker and Form B for oil tankers. So that's all guys. I tried to cover the MARPOL Annex 1 in a nutshell. If you want these notes, you can join the Telegram channel. The link is given in the description. Please subscribe the channel for further videos and do like it. We'll make similar kind of videos for remaining annex. So until then, see ya.